You good, bro?
My back is broken. Oh, fuck. I told Zara yesterday that like there was I sometimes stretch so hard that I like me siento que me voy a desmayar. You ever done that? Where you're like I legit feel like
Fuck?
I'm okay. Yeah.
It's fucking
It's because I
dumb.
just be stretching hard.
No, it's because you're not breathing, bitch.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm just going.
When you stretch, and everything gets compressed.
It's like have you seen the people that flex real hard? And then they flex like super fucking hard and then they pass out. It's funnier when they post it because they're like, "Look at my dumbass." I seen that on TikTok all the time. It's just like un vato, and he's like, "I can't believe I passed out." And it's like, what's up, you guys? This is episode 118. 118.
I'm gonna shut up. How are you guys?
We're good.
No,
I'm speaking for the audience that we are good. We are here for episode 118, and we are excited to bring you the very best of mariachi-isms, mariachi history and culture, and I don't know what else.
Oh, I don't have my phone.
Where's your phone?
It's charging in your living room.
What an idiot.
It was on 20%. It wasn't gonna make it anyways. It was on
20?
Yeah.
Those are some fucking struggle percentages, bro.
I don't know.
It's like your watch. Did you watch it? Did you watch it? Did you charge it?
Yeah, I charged it
How long?
for like hour and a half, and it's at 76 right now. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
'cause,
it's traicionero your freaking watch, man, because for no reason it shouldn't be like dying that. I'm at 64 and it's been all day.
fuck you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I had it since 7 in the morning, and I took off the do not disturb, so I was waiting for a text message.
So, I was gonna ask you that. Why do you always have it on do not disturb?
I don't know. I just like
That's some like
the peace.
some sus ass shit. Like
Huh?
whenever every time I'm gonna
Sus.
text you, it just says like this person on do not disturb. Like how disturbed are you that you gotta like fucking
No, it's because I don't like because my I have notifications for everything. So like ESPN, the news, YouTube like tells me like when there's like stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Like right now, like like I'll get notifications all the time, and and I guess at one point I noticed I was too much like what the fuck.
Because that's what the watch is for. You're supposed to be able to like.
Yeah.
I don't have my phone like on me every second of the day. So like whenever I pick up my watch, it tells me what's going on throughout the day. But like if you're on do not disturb, you don't even know who's hitting you up. I could have been like fucking dying and you won't even know.
Well, I just check it when I want to. Like
because you're my number one contact, bro. Like whenever I fucking
that's
good. On my
not even there
on all my farms, bro. Yeah, I just said, you know what? My wife, I know she's not gonna be there for me. And I just put you as number one.
No, I have you guys on favorite.
Mm.
So like, whenever you guys call me, because it happened one time with Arturo, like me quedé dormido, póngale. And he said he kept calling me, but he kept like shutting him down, like sending him to voicemail.
Exactly, that's what it does.
Yeah,
you gotta do not disturb.
So I just put you guys on favorite.
Because like the reason I ask is because like if I were to call and someone doesn't go, like I'm very much a kind of person that's like, I think worst case scenario. So like if I call and it goes straight to voicemail, like I think you're deceased, bro. Like, I think you're like,
I
like
wish.
have you ever seen Final Destination?
Yeah,
like that. Like I feel like you somehow tripped and you're gonna drown in a freaking puddle of like 2-inch water. Like I think it's that serious. Especially because you won't get back to me. Like there's been times too, and I'm like, text me when you get home, and you don't text me, bro. And then toda la noche I'm like, fuck.
No es cierto.
El podcast se llama CharroBeans. Like I start rethinking my whole life.
You just get another bean, bro. Yeah.
And then next morning, like, sí, güey, es que me dormí. I'm like, fuck you, bro. Like.
I tell you too. Sometimes you don't even do it.
Some más, güey. Some más.
No, but I'm not. It's just to like not be like doing this all the time.
I just want to make sure my homies like.
I mean, I'm constantly checking it. I'm constantly just like going like, okay. I'm like, it's Sammy. I'm like, nah.
Ignore.
No, but calls from you guys go straight through.
Cool. You'd be a horrible boss. Like, te habla por una chamba.
Well, it's because I'm not a boss.
It's
because I'm not a boss. That's why I'm like... Saul is like that too. If you text Saul, he's also like, yeah, go right now.
I bet you if I text him, he'll text me back.
No. Oh, I will text you back. I'll text you back.
Fucking defensive.
I will text you back. I'm just saying, if you look at his phone, he's always on Do Not Disturb too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Text him.
I can't.
What's your phone?
He's in Spain, bro.
What's your phone? Exactly. He's about to wake up.
I
don't know.
It's like 8 hours away. Well, I don't fucking know. I know that he's in another country. As far as I know, he's on fucking Mars. Like, I don't understand the time zones and the time differences and El Nino and fucking, all that shit. Yeah.
Right now, we're just like, you just keep going deeper. I'm like, yo,
whatever, bro.
We get
it. Anyway, this is episode 118, and we're excited to bring to you guys a brand new topic for the day.
Actually, but yeah, that's why I took it off because I was waiting for a message, and then for my notifications, se gastó.
Okay.
And then I went to work out, and it really started working because I put on the workout, and then, bro, halfway through it was 10%. And then I barely finished. And when I was going home, I was like, "What time is it?" And it's just pitch black. Yeah, but I need a new watch. If any of you guys wanna do a GoFundMe for a watch.
No, GoFundMe for an Apple Watch is fucking first world problems right away. Right next to your GoFundMe is kids in Africa quieren comer. Kids in Texas que quieren comer, and then it's I want a new Apple Watch.
It's Apple Watch, goal is $10K.
No way. Shit, $1,000? No.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, this, like I said, I was
about to say the story, bro.
Yeah, 118. So we are gonna bring you a new topic today. This one's actually thought of by Victor. He had a good one. I think it's a good one.
Well, it's because Arturo siempre se chingue, hey, bro.
This is Arturo's fucking question. I forgot about that. Arturo's weird sometimes. He'll just randomly come up with I really want to know what Arturo, our boss, is his head, where his head's at sometimes. Because sometimes it'll be quiet in the van and be hey, wait, okay. Think of this scenario,
Yeah.
Just think of,
well, I mean, we all do that.
Yeah, but he legit I feel he really worries about these topics, they're legit on his mind, he's just straight up thinking about it, So anyway, I asked Victor for a topic for today, and then right away, would you just have that one saved or something? Because
I was thinking about it.
You were ready to go.
I was thinking about it, and you texted me.
Yeah, it's because I kind of did it late. But today's topic was, if you could hang out with or have a drink with one of your favorite mariachi singers / icons, who would it be? What would you do? What do you mean? What would you do?
No.
Or do you? Or what would you ask him about?
I forgot how I worded it because me la cambiaste. Because I think I said what would y'all do, or if y'all had a drink, what would you talk about, right?
I literally wrote it verbatim, bro.
What's up with you in that word?
Verbatim?
Everything is.
You know what that means?
Yeah, word for word.
Yeah, word for word.
Why do you say that?
This is what you texted me. If you could hang out or have a drink with one of your favorite singers / icons, what would you do or ask them about?
That's what I said.
¿Yo qué dije?
No,
it's the same shit. Anyway, so yeah, it's a fair question, because I feel with our music, there's just so many people involved in this industry and have been for the last gazillion years, so it'd be cool, I think one of the things about mariachi again is that you get to still meet some of these people who have kind of pioneered this music. A lot of them, are still around. We've lost a lot, but at the same time, a lot of these icons are still floating around, in the world. So theoretically, I could end up at a bar or frickin' pumpkin patch, and then this one mariachi legend just walks by, and I'm like, hey, wait, what the fuck? What are you doing in Fort Worth?
Yeah.
First of all, and then second of all, what the fuck? What up, man? And they're like, get. Because they just speak Spanish, so, yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of things that you could, kind of go into there. Who would you want to talk to? What would you want to ask? What would you want to do? Yeah, it's a good topic.
You know who I would like to talk with con Gaspar Vargas. It's just because I know it's like a whole different time, you know. You probably beat me up.
So you're saying that you would go back in time? Are you living in current times, or are you like going back to talk to them?
Probably go back just to make him feel comfortable in his own space, you know.
Because I mean, this is 1800s, right? When he was born.
Yeah.
So I mean, if he's around in 1800s, it's a long time ago. There was a lot of things going on.
Sadly.
Is this revolution times?
Yeah.
When's the Mexican Revolution?
Look it up.
You should know this. Didn't you go to school? Fucking Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
When was the Mexican Revolution?
When was the Civil War in the U.S.?
Good question. Look, the Mexican Revolution says that it happened 1910, 1920. Bro, we're worrying about World War One. Wasn't that 19?
That was 1920s to 1930s.
No, it fucking wasn't.
World War One was 1920s to 1930s.
No, it wasn't. It was 1914 to 1918.
Okay.
Bet.
No, do it.
What is it called?
World War One.
World. Oh shit. World.
I think you're talking about the buildup when they assassinated
World War One. 1914 to 1918. I fucking told you.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So, point is,
I'm thinking World War Two.
If I'm thinking,
No.
If I'm thinking about this specific times, 1800s, we're worrying about all this other stuff. I'm trying to think of.
So we had a revolution at the same time as World War One.
I don't know, because you never think about that, right? I know, but you know, we're right here, 1914. Yeah, if it's 1910, that means around that time we were worried about the Germans, and you guys were worried about Spain.
No, it's a revolution.
That's what I said.
So that's between us, no? We're revolutionizing against.
So there's someone that's just like yelling at the screen over here.
How does the...
What happened to the Mexican Revolution? Mexican Revolution sparked the Constitution. No, this is too much. I hate when
just look
Google...
up the...
Presage the fundamental character of the Mexico's 20th century experience. To overthrow the Diaz dictatorship. Who's Diaz?
The dictator.
Wait, tú no sabes ni madres.
It was against ourselves. Like we're in the hands of a... Okay, we'll read all that. Amazes.
Bro, I'm not gonna read the whole fucking.
Then why you pull it up?
Because, bro, like we have to know about the time. So, like, if you're gonna go back and talk to Gaspar Vargas, you gotta like, you can't just walk up like, you know what's.
Well, there's things I wouldn't bring up,
mariachi?
Like that shit.
Like he would have.
I wouldn't bring that up. I wouldn't bring up women's suffrage. I wouldn't bring up like, you know.
You can't bring up modern times.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you can't pull up like the McRib is back. You know, like you have to.
I said women's suffrage, bitch. Like, it's still way. I'm talking about like, you know, because he's probably in his time. He's probably like much. He probably like stole his wife. You know.
Oh, that's crazy too, bro.
Like I
didn't even think of that hard.
Sadly.
Like, back then, you know, with like machismo and all that shit.
Sadly, like there's stuff like I'll probably like come back like that guy was an asshole, bro. You know?
Because like there's just certain things that you would have to know about the time period.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't bring up stuff up. I would just be like, "Tocas bonito," and he'd be like, "Oh,
yeah."
Like you gotta talk like.
You'd have to like kind of know what you're going in with. Like you'd have to have your questions prepared.
Yeah, in a certain manner too.
In a certain
because,
manner.
You know, he would be like challenge you to a duel, and I'm like, "Como se usa?" I'm like,
which is kind of crazy, yeah, because back then, like, you could just like straight up kill a guy and it'd be like legal, you know, in a duel.
Well, listen to all the corridos, it's like that, like.
Yeah, I mean that's how Hamilton died, Alexander Hamilton, and I know that because I went to the play with my wife, and that's how he died. Like they just had like a beef, and they settled that shit the next day. In the morning, which imagine waking up early and then you just die, bro.
And the one that's funny is Andrew Jackson, because he just got lucky every time. Like every assassination or duel, like he was just like one of them was because the other guy's gun was too moist, so the powder never went off, and he's just like bet, you know.
Fuck.
But yeah, I wouldn't bring up certain things just because, you know.
I think I would if I was talking to Gaspar. First of all, I'd be like, buenos dias, you know, because, you know, I respect my elders. Secondly, I'd be like, Un cabecito? Because I'm pretty sure they were drinking, right? They were probably drinking. I'm thinking this is morning, you know.
Well, I probably had like tequila with breakfast, bro. Like
probably, you know.
Or, yeah, like a cool batch of ale, you know.
Because I'm thinking too, you know, los que empezaron así mariachi, you know, or like how they started to play was like el arpa, right?
Okay.
And it was like the 2 violins, and then it was like el golpe, right?
Yeah.
So if that's like the little group or whatever, like I want to see like those rough beginnings, you know, because like every group, you got to practice a little bit beforehand, you know, like before you go out there and commit to playing at a party or at whatever, right? So I'm assuming he got together with the band and he was like, all right, vamos a practicar, así como dice Arturo. He's like, so vamos a tener una práctica, and I'm like, okay, you know, we're gonna have practice. We're gonna go to my house. We're gonna figure this shit out. Did they know music? No, right? I don't think they knew how to read music or anything.
Eran autodictados.
Okay, so do you think they knew solfege?
That's a good question.
That's crazy,
I do
right?
know, like, back in the day, like, education was, like, a part of, because, you know, nowadays we have districts, right? They take care of that. They make schools and they, you know, spread them out.
Right.
But I think back then it was more of, like, a neighborhood community thing. You know, because I've heard, like, if you're, like, Tlumicani, have you heard of Alberto de la Rosa? El viejito?
No.
El viejito, you've seen him. I've showed him videos.
I'm playing harp?
Yeah.
They're all old.
El más viejito. White hair. He's talked before about how when he was little, and, you know, él ya está viejito, so we're probably talking about, like, the 40s.
Right.
30s. And he would say that the way that he learned music was que había una maestra en su vecindad, and like all the kids would go to her and like on Sundays, and then she would teach him music.
Right.
And that's how every kid would start, and that's how they would teach each other. You know, like it would be like a community thing.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that's how back then they were just like había un señor in that vecindario, and then
he taught me.
Sure.
Right. He like taught me what he knows, and then I.
Yeah. Well, didn't you have that? How you learn bajo sexto?
Yeah. Kind of the same thing. My dad had a bajo that he bought, and he was like, learn it. And yeah, someone told me primera, segunda y tercera, and then I just kind of rolled with that.
Yeah.
Because for a while too, cuando toqué el bajo en el norteño band, no sabía de los tonos, so like I couldn't be like, all right, en sol, you know. I would just like, I remember this is really early. I was like 7th, 8th grader, 9th grader. So I would like, he would play the note on the bass. And I knew how the fretboard worked, so it would just be like, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, he was like, we match. I'm like, chingón, that's primera, de segunda y tercera. From that position.
Okay.
And I played the whole song that way. You know, ya nomás le echaba adorno or whatever, but I didn't know the instrument. You know?
I'm sure they had some
system like that.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
It's not like super in-depth music theory, but it's probably something where they got by.
Because, I mean, those really early recordings, like, tenían cantos, tenían, you know, like, things were in tune for the most part. They had a rhythm, you know, so, like, it's
that's
not like...
That's what I like about...
There was some structure there,
yeah.
You know?
But that's what I like about those recordings, because you can hear Gaspar in the back just kind of like, como que se emociona. Because if you hear como... What's a good... I mean, any song, like, the usually song is, like, he takes off. You know, like you listen to El Tren, you know, it's like, oh yeah, señor del tren, and fucking like se emociona, you know. That's what I like about those recordings too. And ¿qué iba a decir?
No había tempo, no había nada. It was just like
era puro feeling, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm pretty sure because I've heard he even had fights with his son, con ese Silvestre. Because when I started recording with like Jorge Negrete and Pedro Infante were like songs that like now were also boleros or rancheras. Like I think G said this.
Y tenían que estar bien estudiadas and they had to learn to read music.
Well, no, like he had trouble playing like minor chords. Because to him, he was like, esa mamada.
Yeah.
Like, not like he didn't know how. It's just like he didn't like him. He was just like...
Nah, he had to be an old dude that was just stubborn.
Yeah, like he was
hard-headed and he probably just didn't want to do it.
Exactly. That's what I said.
No, you said that he couldn't play them.
No,
he probably could.
That's not what I said. I said he didn't want to.
Bro, I will rewind this podcast.
Like, he didn't want to. Like, Richie said he had like a problem with playing minor chords because he said they weren't part of mariachi.
Por eso digo, yeah.
Like, it's supposed to be like pura.
Okay.
You said like he couldn't, like he didn't have the ability to play like.
That's not what.
That's what you said.
I said that he didn't want to. He's old. He's stubborn. He's hard-headed. I just said that. No, okay. Like I do believe that because I mean that's the whole reason he got out of Vargas, right?
Yeah, I think he got fired for that.
He got fired, bro. He got fired by Silvestre. And he was just like, look.
Well, about Ruben, I think Ruben.
I don't know.
Ruben said he fired a lot of people.
You know, Ruben Fuentes, bro. He was probably, dude. He had to have witnessed so much.
Well, he made so much.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but like he was there. He was there for so long. He met all the artists, all the up and comers. He knew the underground artists before they became like the big artists.
Well, I think he probably felt like Andrew Bernard from The Office.
Why?
Where like he did all this, and then he's like, I wish there was someone to tell us like we were in the good old days. Because he was probably busy with it. You know, he's probably like haciendo arreglos, like working with people and like grabando, and then like he probably looked back like one day he's like, damn,
I did so much.
Verga,
yeah.
Why am I poor? No.
I was like, what the hell?
But yeah, you know.
So that's like a good little segue into this. So who would you hang out with or have a drink with? If it was a famous mariachi singer, who would it be? This person says, El Pato 100%, bruh. I want to hear all the drunk stories I've heard about him, but from his eyes.
You don't have to get him drunk, I think. I think he'll tell you.
Like, I think he'll just tell you, yeah. Because, I mean, I think now...
From what I've seen him, like, I saw him once or twice, and he's like a talker.
He's retired, you know. Yeah. And this is what I tell my students, like you know, he was in Mariachi Vargas for 51 years. You know, so, like, to be in... Think about how long 51 years is. Like, 51 is, like...
Half a century.
Yeah, you know, that's like straight up like a long time, you know. So by the time that he got out of Mariachi Vargas, he saw one era of the world, and then like by the time he got out, it's another era. Like, you know, like at one point he was playing in like a bar, you know, like, you know, in Mexico or whatever. Next thing you know, like by the time he retires, he's playing in like teatros and stuff like that. People are recording him on a cell phone,
going to Japan
with a camera, going to Japan. You know, like, and since he's an armonia player, he's a vihuela player that you know played with that group. He's probably like one of the biggest constants there. You know, because I think in Vargas you have like people have been there the longest. I used to have this poster here actually that had all the times that all the dates of when they like got into Mariachi Vargas.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, and I used to have it behind us. It was in the other room. And his was the longest. You know, he had been there the longest. So that means that he even saw like, you know, the new members of Vargas, like the ones that got in, and then he saw them the chavos or something, you know, and then they end up getting out months later. Like he saw like Manuel Vargas with hair and without hair.
Yeah.
You know, like that takes a long time for that process to go down. You know, like you saw someone go from like a boy to like a man, you know, like, and I think that's pretty crazy that because I mean, again, like through his eyes, it's like he saw probably so much.
Yeah, because he's also really old now. How old is he now? Is it gonna be like 70?
What's crazy is that he is retired and he's probably like in his little pueblito in
Pueblo Mágico.
No, right? Pueblo Nuevo.
Pueblo Nuevo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, so wherever he's retired and he's just chilling in his house. He's like just like that guy. I have people in my town that like, you know, it's like, oh, I thought on whoever. Yeah, I said, no, pues qué hace? No, pues todo el día. He just sits out there in the chair and you just. I used to have people like that in my town. Like
in 100 years, gonna be like, no, I thought Don Dylan,
Don Tyler,
Edgar,
Don Edgar. Don Tyler, Don
Sammy,
Don Sammy, bro. Fuck, dude. Don Vic.
Will you ever change your name or like
my name?
You think people like we should start calling like Samuel once you get older?
I don't think so. Or maybe it's just because I still have a youthful character and that's why they call me Sammy. No, I'm just kidding. No, chill. No, but no, I mean if they start calling me Samuel, you know it's cool. You know,
Don Samuel. Or it's just like Don.
Like, fuck. No, the day they call me Don, bro. Like, I still feel bad that like whenever Arturo Vargas was here, I would call him Don Arturo, but I'm just used to that.
How would you say Don?
Because Don is like your symbol,
like sir.
It's like it's like saying sir. Is your sign of respect. You know, Don. Like, ¿Cómo está Don? And like when Arturo Vargas came here, like I'm not gonna call him like, yo, what's up, Artie? You know, like what's up, Arturo? Like, ¿Qué onda? You know, like it's because he's my elder. You know, so like he came in. I would like the whole weekend. I would just be like Don Arturo, all the weeks that we saw him. And then like right before like he left, he was like, "Mira, Sammy, no digas Don, no digas Don." And I'm just like, and I'm like, "Lo siento, Don." And I'm like, "Fuck, shit, dude." He just told me, and I kept calling him that. It's just out of respect. I'm like, bro, I respect you. You know, like you're a man. You've been in Vargas. You know, you're like this very important person. You know, so
like I said.
It'd be like the same thing if I met Pato, you know, at his. I would love to go to his house because, you know, there's always, if you look him on YouTube, like you can find videos of like, you know, where he's just like in his house and he's being talked to by like people and he's just like telling stories.
It's just an excuse for you to pull out your laptop, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Sammy got this new laptop last week and he's been acting different, bro. Because
look, I would love to like see this dude like at his house like this. Look at him, old and just like living life, and you could tell this is just his house. You know, he's just fucking chilling at his house. He's like playing here, Vihuela. He's probably like, you know, he's probably got like a can of Coke right here. No, what they have, the medio litro or no. He's just fucking chilling at his house.
Medio litro,
that's what they're called. Medio litro,
like the big ones.
Yeah,
damn,
that's like the standard, bro.
Bro,
yeah,
I don't know my litros.
And then
that's one for everyone.
And just seeing him like in all these like videos, like it makes me like really happy because I'm like, dude, he's really out here still. Like he's so old, and look at these eyes, bro. Like he just tiene los ojos así como. He just has. He's just living. He's living. He's seen some shit, you know. Yeah, he's telling them like toquen así bien. Y like, oye lo que estoy diciendo. And I honestly, like, if you were to tell me that, I'd cry. You know, it's just because he's got those eyes.
Oh no, sí te regaña, bro. Like,
yeah, for
at
sure.
The Masters.
Look at him. This is a man who has been through some stuff, and just look at that. Look at that.
Has some stuff in him too.
Ya está viejito, you know, and he's seen some shit, you know, and I wanna know what it is, you know. And at this point, like, yeah, there won't be another one of him at this point. Think about it. A guy that revolutionized the instrument, one. Played it in all these thousands and thousands of recordings. And like, if, you know, God forbid, one day he's gone, who else is going to last in a group 51 years? Think about it.
Well, it's a different time, Sammy.
It's a different time. That's what I'm saying.
We're
not, I'm not going to,
we're not going to see this anymore. Nah, no sé.
Plus, I love that he's just an old guy. He's just like, out here living, you know, like
Don Mike, you know?
the thing that they did in Las Leyendas del Mariachi, and they brought him out to be like a legend of mariachi. And we've talked about how he, a lot of people there like went live and they took a lot of videos, and he kind of went viral for a little bit, El Pato, because he was out here like just what is it? So this means just like fuck you, right?
Yeah, huevos.
Huevos, for real?
Yeah.
Okay, so if someone goes like this to you, it means
like fuck you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So he was doing that the whole time, you know, like whenever they would pan over to him, he would just be like, saludos, you know, and he would just straight up do it to you.
Saludo mariachero.
Yeah. And from what I have seen, like on those videos, a lot of the other guys that were there, they're like, oh shit, you know, like because we're recording, you know, like, you know.
Well, the guy recording was going live. It was a live video.
It was a live video, yeah.
And that's why he was laughing. He was like, oh shit, it's a live, bro. And Pato was like, I don't know what that is. Yeah, like I don't know what that is.
It's okay, you know.
Yeah,
that's so funny. Because he doesn't know, you know, like I mean, and then like if you're like at a conference where like there's kids around and stuff like that. I don't know if maybe at his old age he just doesn't care anymore or whatever, but he'd just be like, you know, and like the kids are like, "What's that?" You know,
well, that's probably why, because like they don't know what it means.
They don't know what it means. Yeah,
they're children.
Honestly, if I learned the ropes from him though, like I wouldn't care what he does. Honestly, like, because I mean, I think it happened at a couple conferences or whatever. Like sometimes whenever I've gone to conferences, like the instructors will talk about mariachi like with you and stuff. and they'll tell stories. Like Chewy would do that. Chewy Hernandez, like you would learn the song for like 10 minutes, or no, like 20 minutes. You spend good, but like you know, in with Armonía, shit's easy. You know, sometimes they'll give you a ranchera. He's like, okay, we're gonna go over the ranchera, and it's like literally like boom, chan chan the whole time. You know, we finish it, and the rest of the time is just them filling in the time with like ¿cómo se dice? Like stories.
Yeah.
Like nomás historias de, oh sí, pues en ese tiempo pues estaban haciendo esto y esto, and I'm just like, that's what you really get to know, motherfucker. You know, you're like, damn, bro, like you guys did that. He's like, no, sí, a huevo. And I'm just like, I'm not me all 15. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Ahí andamos.
Yeah.
Lo que sigue.
Next person said, Jose Alfredo would ask about stories behind his songs, inspirations. Which
he was one of my picks whenever Arturo asked me.
Huh?
He was one of my picks whenever Arturo asked me.
Like to pick Jose Alfredo for his songs?
Me.
Which I think, again, I think it'd be weird if you'd have to know what to ask him, because he was known to be like a drinker, right? Because that's how así se murió, you know? He was drinking a lot, you know? So I feel like anytime you would go up to talk to him, he'd probably be like medio entrado, you know? So you would have to...
I think it would be easier to talk to him that way. Yeah.
Maybe. You think he'd treat you like a homie?
Yeah. He seems like the type.
You think like you go up to him and it's just like, you know, like... Una pregunta. La canción de... El último trago. ¿Qué era tu inspiración? It's like, wait, cállate, wait.
Oh, no, I wouldn't ask it like that.
Yeah, so what would you say?
Probably ask it like, compa, esa la de El último trago. Se va con madre, güey. Like, ¿cómo la hiciste, güey? You know?
That's very true. You're good at that. Yeah. He would probably be like, nah, pues.
Exactly. Like, you have to know how to, because I know how to talk to old people. Right?
Yeah,
like, you know,
true.
because I have a lot of practice. I always talk to like, I don't want to call him old, but I always talk to like the mic and shit. So it's like,
no, he's getting up there.
Yeah. So like, you know, I have like this way for me.
You're like finessing your way into a conversation.
Yeah.
Like you know how to get it
like
out
for
of
me,
them.
like talking.
Yeah.
I've always said like I was so comfortable talking to older people. Maybe because I'm old.
Good one. Bro.
But yeah, you know, I feel like it would be easier to talk to Jose Alfredo. Like,
right. Because I think like if you were to meet him at a bar, and you know, I time traveled there, you know, and I'm there just to ask him questions about stuff. I just want to know who he's like. I think I would just want to have a drink with him. Not to the point where like I get like liver.
You wouldn't get plastered with Jose Alfredo, bro?
You're asking if I'd get like super drunk with him?
What if like you did go back in time and then that's how they made like I don't know, something with my homies. Like some song that was
I end up in a corrido.
Yeah.
Este es el corrido del Sammy Ramirez.
Yeah.
You know, and it just talks about me.
Yeah.
Bro, that'd be
like
the
fuck
ultimate. That'd be like the ultimate honor, man. It'd just be like, you know, bro, salió con madre ese corrido. You know?
Ruben's like, that's me,
no.
bitch. Like, I fucking did that.
He's like, pues no sé de dónde me salió. Pero,
o sea, ni me acuerdo.
Ni me acuerdo.
Está bien pedo.
Pero tus preguntas a mí, esas sí me las llevo. Hasta la muerte.
He was gonna have a little napkin and then like, chinga.
I think I'd like to. I want to have a drink with him, and then like, I'm pretty sure back then they still had like, you know, tacos en la noche. You know, like, you think when was this? When was Alfredo around?
Well, he was big 1960s, 50s.
Okay, so in the 60s, they probably still made for like food out in the streets and stuff, right? Because you can't go to Whataburger, you can't go to Taco Bell, so you'd have to go like there, you know.
Yeah.
So me and him, like, just, you know, drunk off our asses, and we pull up to Deme cinco de trompo o de asada o de bistec or whatever. I don't know what they say over there. I always get it wrong anyway. But we're just both sitting like on a curb con nuestros tacos, dude, and just talking about life. I like that.
I wonder how they used to. They probably talk like your dad when they're drunk.
My dad connects all his words. So
yeah, but it's very like they're like expressing like what they couldn't when they're sober, you know.
Oh, my dad is very much like that. Yeah.
Because there's I mean, machismo came from somewhere, right? So I'm pretty sure at that time they were just like, we talk like men here, you know. So like maybe once they were drunk, they were like, "I love you, bro." You know, you know.
It's so funny. I feel like he would probably be one of those, right? What I'm saying, like I feel like if you went up to Jose Alfredo, You want to ask him for a drink. He'd probably want to drink with you. And you guys just like, and you could be a stranger. I think he's that type of guy. You know, you could be a stranger and you just pull up. You say, no, pues yo soy músico. No, oh, pues okay, pues yo hago canciones. You know, I write songs. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. And by the end of the night, you guys are just like, no, esta noche, like tonight was a movie, bro. Like you know, like,
it's like you turn to the inspiration behind like El Jinete and shit, or like fucking 180. Tú eres el coyote, bro. You know, like
oh shit, man.
Like you try to take my girl, bro. So I had to fucking pound you, which is like
damn.
What if? This is like what if moment.
It's like a what if in the Marvel universe, but it's like in the Charro universe. It's like what if you became best friends with Jose Alfredo. You know, I feel like I would talk him out of, you know, drinking so much after a while. I'd just be like, you know what, man, like
then you get beat up. That's when that's
he's like, you know what, shut up, bro. You're the worst friend ever.
You don't know, like, because I think the doctor told him like, hey, you have like, if you stop drinking right now, you have 6 months to live.
Oh yeah,
and then he's like, if you keep drinking, you have 3 months to live, and he died in 3 months. Like, así lo valió de verga, güey.
Well, I know he knew he was gonna check out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think you could talk him out of it.
Listen to Gracias, you know, like when he talks about it, he knew he was checking out, you know, and he was kind of like, you know, like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, you know.
Which I respect, you know. A lot of people like.
Yeah, I mean,
like try to take care of themselves a lot, like not.
You know how much you have to like alcohol to drink yourself to death. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Hola. I wish you recorded that. You could have seen my hand.
You should have fucking sat closer. But yeah, it's true. Like, you think about it, it's just like, I mean, that's the kind of guy he was. Like, his life was one filled with, you know, making beautiful songs that were going to be played for the next generations. But at the same time, they probably contributed to his death. I mean, they did. They contributed to his death.
Well, every song is just like, I got really drunk, and then this guy or this girl.
I think it was Dr. G too that also told us, like, kind of like, if you listen to his music, you get like glimpses of his life. So it's like, you know, you could tell when he was like enamorado, you could tell whenever he was heartbroken, and you can tell whenever like the girl that he or his wife or whoever like he was with, like they broke up. You could tell whenever they got back together. You could tell when he remarried, right?
A lot of times.
Yeah, so you could just tell like by different. You could tell what mood he was in. Like, he wasn't just drunk all the time. It was just, but he wrote down like what he was feeling. Like, he was like he was straight up like a rapper, bro. He was just talking about his experiences. Except it just came out in a Mexican music type of deal, you know. But
I think that's just composition in general, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause you go.
Next person said, another person said Joe Alfred, which is my favorite translation of Jose Alfredo. Like, Joe Alfred Jimenez is my favorite. This person said Miguel Hernandez from Nuevo Tecalitlán asked for vocal lessons. Man's range is crazy.
Who's that?
Who's Miguel? Miguel Martin. Miguel Hernandez. Because I thought one of them.
Because I know from the Armonía, going from right to left, I know it's Alex.
¿No son de los hermanos?
No, because those are Martinez. Because I know it's Alex, Edwin, Roberto.
And then one of the trumpets
and
used
then
to
I
be
don't know any of the
Paco
violins.
Aguilar.
He's out, right?
He's not there anymore.
And
I don't keep up with.
Before that, era un Serna, I think.
Serna. So this might be like a new guy. Someone, you'd have to write that down for his person, because I don't know.
Sounds like a cool guy.
I feel so. He says here, like, I'd ask for vocal lessons. What I like about some of these like some celebrities is, like, if you ask them, like, they'll be like, sí, mándame un mensaje. Yo te ayudo, cool. You know, they're pretty cool like that. You know, I know for sure, like, if someone asked me like that, I'd probably do the same. You know, like, I'd be like, yeah, like, just ask me. You know. But it's cool whenever it's like a professional mariachi and they'll tell you that, because it's like,
they don't have to.
They don't. Yeah, they don't have to. You know, like they already made it. They're in one of the biggest groups in the world, and they're just like, you know, I'll figure it out. You know, like I've already figured it out. So I'm sorry, I can't teach you. Like, look it up, bro. Like, imagine just being an asshole. Just like, bro, just why are you trying so hard? Like,
it's like, you got it or you don't. Yeah, and I got it.
And then he also said, Tony Sandoval from Perez.
I do know him.
From Los Perez?
He's a guitar player.
I'd ask him where he gets all his inspiration from for bass lines.
I know this is let us know.
I mean, they probably get inspiration from other types of music too, right? Because I think
depends on the player.
When you listen to like norteño, like that dude from Intocable, the way he plays bass, it's like, and it's just like, damn, bro, like, I didn't know you could do so much on bass. Yo puro primera y quinta, boom, boom, boom,
Easy.
It's like the story that Arturo told us.
Oh yeah.
When our boss Arturo said that it was like a salsa band that asked him if he could play bass, and like él llegando bien confiado, he's like, all right, I'll play bass, like bass guitar, and he comes in, he's like, boom, 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 and like a couple songs later, they just tell him like, sí, pero le puedes tocar como un poquito más movido, o sea, ahorita estás tocando como.
Well, I think that's the problem was that he was like ringing too much. He was letting it ring too much. And then when we're like a staccato, like
yeah, because that's the style. It's like boom, boom, boom,
boom,
boom.
So cool, man.
Yeah.
I love salsa.
But I can imagine our boss like puro primero y quinta, güey.
It's like boom, 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 boom.
And it's like dun 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 dun. Yeah. I like that.
¿Qué te decía?
What do you? That's a good question for you. Like, so when you come up with these bass lines, what do you? Are these things that are just coming to you, or like you practice them? ¿Los practicas?
Oh, I practice them during the song. Yeah, I'm like, a ver si sale. and then Sam is just like.
It's the same thing with me. Like, I don't practice my little manicos anymore. Like, I remember back then when I would like practice and I was young, like. I would listen to some that were like already recorded, and then like sometimes, you always have like manicos in your head. I'm like, oh, esto puede pegar aquí, ¿verdad? You could try this here. And sometimes when I do that, like when I'm playing, I try them and they don't necessarily work out. So I'm like, un, dos, and like that's not 3 beats, and it's like.
It's like downbeat. Some is up here.
Yeah, like I land on the up or something, and that's when you're like.
Yeah.
You look at me and I'm like, fuck, I fucked that shit up, bro.
It's like you think I'm never listening to you, bro. But
I know you're listening.
Always on my head, bro. I just hear like a minor, I'm like major 7. I'm like,
no, yeah. I know you're listening because like we're both kind of on the same page. Like we follow each other, but like whenever something's out of the ordinary, like that's our thing. Like the head turn, we're like, the fuck was that, bro?
Todo simple way. You know what Sam's favorite thing is? Apparently, he likes simplicity.
Oh,
and in Mariachi, he likes everything to be real simple, apparently,
Yeah.
If you heard this motherfucker, un hermoso cariño, bro. No, mames. Bien simple, güey. Yeah. Simplemente desmadre, güey. Like.
No, it's good. I have to explain. It's because what happened that day? I think we were playing some bullshit.
We were rehearsing. We were.
Oh yeah, was it here? Is that where it started? I thought it was at La Chamba or like at the restaurant.
Well, no, like I'll give you a shit at La Chamba, but like right here, we're like talking about la salida de Niña Hechicera, right? Because we're like, what do we do? And I was like, let's just do like just one strum, just to end it.
Oh, just to end it.
And you're like, yeah, like simple. Like I love simplicity. And I'm like.
No, I even said like yo todo simple.
Yeah, or some shit like that. Point is, you say like yo todo simple. Like that's how I like things, like real simple. Yeah, and I'm just like,
you're like, oh my god, because like I'll be playing Hermoso Cariño as like.
Bro, it would be like hermoso. I love it.
And then it's like upbeats.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's simple to you, bro. I mean, I don't want to see you go out.
It's just me fucking around, dude. Like I think there's certain places where we know we can like mess around and it's like whatever,
The whole
like,
gig.
I'm like, Osico, like what about every fucking song we play? No, like it's like when we're at Burros, like it's just like whatever. Like we're at Burros, we're at like the Friday Planta and it's like
how about Seafood Shack?
At Seafood Shack depends on how many people are there. And
Saturdays.
On Saturdays was again like we go to a certain gig.
So the whole week. Esa mamada.
Yo puro simple. Yo puras cosas humildes.
Ni un bolero, güey. Me lo das derechito. You're always like, oh no. Chun, 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 and I'm like, down, 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 down. And you're like, like, por favor.
Una chinga, pues uno ni puede tocar inspirado ni nada. O sea,
uno que puede, you know.
Sí, uno que viene bien humilde, ¿verdad? Y hace su trabajo y nada, ¿sabes qué? No.
So since then, I'm just like, eso es a mi pura simplicidad. You know?
Yeah, so I play everything simple, bro. This person says, Carlos Martinez, who y'all hiring. So he's talking about Carlos, who used to be the head of Noble, which at this point, it's been a long time since he hasn't, right? He's been musical director of Vargas for probably like 10 years now, right? Like 10?
Nah.
Almost 10 years? It was 2024?
See,
wait. When did he get out? I don't know, bro. I mean, I don't keep up
like
with these turds. I don't know how long they've been
Well, what are you guessing? I think it's 6, 7.
Okay, well, he's there. He's
Ayanda.
Yeah. He's cool. He's cool, man. Were you there when he came to our rehearsal?
I was in the group, but I wasn't there.
Why weren't you there?
I was in something else, I guess. I remember because I saw the picture.
You were excluded, bro.
See what?
Way back when, our ex-boss, back when we were playing in my high school group, Carlos Martinez came to Fort Worth. For what? Was it just to visit him or something?
Yeah, because I think they were like best buds. Or, I don't know.
Why was he here?
Maybe Noah was here and then... I mean, he couldn't play because he had that injury.
Shit, I remember too. Wasn't Felipe Martinez here too? Remember he went to go watch us at Fogatas?
Who's that?
Yeah. From Gallos de Mexico?
I took a picture with his wife. Or his wife took a picture with him.
Huh? Not even with him? Yeah. Okay, you take a picture with your...
No, she took one with me.
Oh.
It was very weird.
Dang, since then, bro?
Nah, es empezado.
Mr. Bitches.
Because I was a child, bro.
Still pulling, bro. Fine, let's go.
Anyways. Yeah, I remember.
Right,
that.
I remember. So Carlos Martinez came to Fort Worth, and this is around the time that he had broken his arm. Like, he had legit broken his arm. So he wasn't going around with Noble at the time. And I remember he came to one of our rehearsals, which, not looking back, I'm like, why did he go? Because we weren't good.
He probably didn't have a choice. Like he's like, you're my right. Like, you know?
So he came to watch us at the rehearsal and just to kind of give us like pointers and stuff. And I remember he had told us, he was like, hey, you know, ahorita no puedo tocar.
Súbele, güey. Like,
¿qué,
or like,
te vale madre, güey. What was I saying? See, you lost my train of thought. That we were there and we were rehearsing, and then at the end he was like, "Oh, ahorita no puedo tocar because you know my arm is broken or whatever." And he was like, "Ay me disculpa, and the next time I see y'all, like si los miro, les toco una canción." And we're like, "All right, bet." So I remember like that summer we went to Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And I actually saw him, and he recognized me. I was like, "Oh shit, what's up?" And I was like, "Hello, sir. How is God treating you today?" And then he was like, "Oh, les voy a tocar una canción porque no pude before." So I remember I had taken a picture. It's on my phone somewhere probably, but like I took a picture of him and he was like right in front of us playing like a song on his violin. I was like, "You're cool for that. You know what? You're cool." And that's when I found out that he was actually really nice. Him and Paco, the trumpet player.
Well, all those guys
really
are nice.
Yeah, they're all just like
I got
guys,
like talking to them like, cause that's where I met Jarocho too, and he was like,
Jarocho.
Cool.
No, I was just thinking of the time he went to the jam session, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you
know, I was chilling and I was like, "Is that my harp?" Like,
yeah, I think because
that was for the concert, sir. Fuck.
I remember that was cool. Like, because was he the one that brought it to you?
No, Adrian,
but he brought it to the conference.
No, I brought it myself. I think Jarocho didn't have a harp. That's why.
Right. So you let Jarocho borrow it for the Albuquerque concert.
Yeah.
Right?
And I had to borrow Adrian's for the competition.
Oh, you didn't play yours? Oh, okay.
Adrian was really worried.
Oh, did you get to play that? He had a
Ruben, yeah.
Yeah, those are cool. I like the sound of those.
Yeah, they sound really nice.
But yeah, I remember like I had a video of it too. I had recorded No Te Galilan's like performance, and I was like, oh, that's cool. It's your harp. And yeah, then later on for the jam sessions, he showed up with the harp, and like his eyes were like he was there, but his eyes weren't. He was like,
yeah,
he was just like eyes open, bien pelados. And he was just playing like Veracruz and all these other like songs. And for uno bien morrillo, you're like, you see that, you're like, wow, like, no, he's like crazy talented. So I remember just being like in awe. Like I was recording with my iPod. I was like, damn, man, this guy's pretty good. Like he's pretty.
I think I have that video somewhere.
Yeah, me too. I have it somewhere, and it's like one of those things where like, I honestly I really like that. Like that's one thing that I haven't seen in a whole lot of the Albuquerque jam sessions. Like back then, you can look them up on YouTube too. Like there's a bunch of videos of like these legends coming out to the jam sessions and going. And like lately, it's just been like they go, but they just like hang out, which is cool too, But I like to see them play too, because it's like these are the guys that like you look up to, when you were little, and you were like, it was cool seeing a bunch of like people your age, and then like just like this random guy from like No Te Caritlan or from Mariachi, whatever, Los Camperos, and they were playing along with you, and you kind of got to see like the musicality that they have. So lately though, it's just like everyone walks in and they're just like. They just say what's up to each other, and I'm like, oh, okay, what's that? Not everybody's playing.
Yeah,
I get it. It's like a hangout, but it's not bad. But it's just like I miss those days when you could walk in. And like,
but even because you were a kid too, maybe you have a different.
Maybe I have different outlook.
Just like
on
core
life.
memory,
Yeah.
Because right now I would be like that too. I was just chilling like. Damn.
Yeah, I mean that's been me the last couple of years. I think I get tired of playing, so I just kind of sit there, and I'm vibing out, and then like everybody that's like mostly playing is like kids, and I'm like, fuck, does that make me a man?
Like un señor, bro.
Pinche señor Don Sammy, güey, no Don Samuel, güey.
Sí,
this person said Nati Sandoval. I'd ask for his practice routine and if he'd want to have some cheves.
Who's that?
Nati Sandoval.
Because in my head I was picturing Nati Santiago, but
do you think that maybe they wrote it wrong? Because I don't know who Nati Sandoval.
Yeah, look him up. Any excuse, bro, to bring up your laptop? How much was it? Tell him how much it was.
Tell
him, bro.
Somebody has to. The one that comes up is nobody.
But mariachi.
Mariachi at the end? Steven Sandoval. I feel like maybe he means de Santiago.
You think so?
Yeah, because I mean, Steven Sandoval. How much does Mariachi Vargas charge? Let's see. $59, $89, $109, $149, $189, $250.
Nah.
Seems like a little bit. That's just me, though. Who is the best mariachi band in the world? Vargas. Who are the current members of Mariachi Vargas? There's only 3 of them, apparently. Why are mariachis so expensive? The cost of hiring an urban mariachi band is influenced by location, event type, reputation, and additional services.
People look at these questions?
I guess. I've seen this before. How much do you tip a mariachi band? Typically, you will tip $5 to $10 a song. Maybe a couple years ago, cabrón.
From what year is that? From what year is that?
2000. Oh shit, 2000.
Yeah.
Inflation has hit, bruh. We be charging 25 now, dude. It's because it just be rough out here, Who is the queen of mariachi music? Aida Cuevas. Do you know that?
Mm-mm.
Who's the king of mariachi?
He's like disease. That's what I looked at.
No, this is Vicente Fernandez.
Oh yeah, shit.
Who's the biggest, like, overweight? What does it mean? Juan Gabriel. Gloria Trevi. Wait, what?
They're going by weight?
I'm not sure, bro.
Bro, you're going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, I am. Sorry. What was I saying?
I told you.
What was the question? I think they meant the Santiago. Because who's Nati Sandoval? You're gonna have to fill me in, bro. I don't
meant
know
Tony Sandoval, the other guitar player.
I don't know. He's a guitarrón player, I think.
Well,
I don't think. Okay, even then, let's say it was Nati. If I talk to him,
Nati was also a drunk.
well, actually, huh?
He was also like a drinker.
Yeah?
That's why he died from too.
También?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like
I know he died young.
I think towards the end, like he got fired because they were like, "You're drinking a little too much," and that's when Enrique came in.
He's like, you're not having a good time, buddy. You're just too much.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. Don't quote me.
Don't quote me.
It's been a long time since.
We need to talk to mariachi experts, like people that like know history, that know all the little ins and outs and stuff.
But like the actual like the actual tea, you know, like.
Yeah, like the real stuff, you know, like the real shit, you know.
Who would do that?
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out though. ¿Qué te iba a decir? Next person, I guess.
Yeah.
Next person said Javier Solis, all the way. What I want to know.
I will be very respectful towards Javier because I don't think he was a drinker. But I have heard like people that I guess recorded for him. They said that he was very like nice. Like he would buy.
He was a nice guy.
Like he would buy him like shirts or like food. Whenever like it was like recording day. So I'd probably be like, "How you doing, good fella?"
I think he was one of the more handsome guys. He's a handsome guy.
Sus.
Like when you look him up, there's a lot of like model pictures of him where he was like modeleando. You know, he was like. Check me out, you know? And he, like, I think for sure, like, the longer he would have been, like, if he was here a lot longer, because I know he died young also.
Yeah.
You know, he would have for sure been, like, one of those Mexican celebrities. Like, you know, like, when you think of, like, I think of, like, Johann Sebastian, who had, like, didn't he have, like, hella girls?
Yeah.
He was like that, right? And then he had kids with them, too. And even until he was old, no, I think he still was around. Was he married?
Well, I think he was older than Maribel Guardia, no? Whenever they were married.
Point is, he was pulling, you know? Like, so Javier would be one of those guys. Like, where I'm not necessarily saying he would.
I'm just saying he could.
He could.
If he wanted to.
He would be like that guy. He would be him, you know? Like, he would like, necessarily, like, he would be him, you know? Like, I think he would still continue to put out great music, I think. He had one of those voices that just kind of like, I feel like has lasted the test of time. A lot of these mariachi singers, you know, like you could listen to them tomorrow and it's still like relevant to today.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, like I feel like he's like one of those guys that would have like really popped off, like if he was here, if he was.
I don't think like
mariachi
would be very different if he was alive. Like, you know.
What do you mean?
What are you doing, bro? Like I do think like if he were like alive, like, you know, to like be like closer to our era, like I do think mariachi would be very different. Because if you listen to his recordings, like los arreglos were very like intricate.
That's a good thing to get into. Yeah, like when you I like what I like about Javier, you know, is I feel like he was kind of like in the type of music that he made, it was very much like, you know, Frank Sinatra type, like where he had like a big band behind him and stuff. Like it was, I don't think he was like limited to mariachi. Like I think he would have been one of those crossover artists that could have, you know, put out songs like
always because I don't think he was known for like a style. He was just known for like his voice.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
You hear it and
like we associate mariachi with him because I mean we play his arreglos, like todos los boleros que tocó.
But I mean, tiene un album con orquesta.
That's what I mean.
There's an album con banda, but I'm not sure if that's actually like him.
Or did they just add his voice?
I don't know, because I think there's an album cover of Javier Solis con banda, but I don't know, because I did that with fucking Pedro Infante.
What do you mean?
There's an album of him with banda, but I don't think it's like they just put his voice in a banda thing. Because there's one.
Excuse, bro.
What
would I put on Google?
Pedro Infante. I think Historia de un Amor is on there con banda.
Pedro Infante con banda?
Yeah, or that, yeah.
I can't type. What you looking at?
Oh, I don't know about album covers. I mean, like song. Like I was hearing the song. Don't you have Apple Music on there?
Apple Music.
Oh, you don't have Apple Music, right?
No, Spotify, dog.
Oh, Spotify?
I don't want them to see my playlist.
No, que bien verga tu...
Es que...
tu computadora.
Espérame. Actually, let me look it up real quick on Spotify. Well, why do you doubt that it was that or what?
I think the banda sounds very a lot cleaner than the recording. Because there's a difference between the audio quality from back then to like somewhere closer to here.
Well, I don't necessarily think or imagine Pedro Infante's voice fitting with banda. Honestly, like
it's there. I'm pretty sure it's there. Look it up.
Pedro Infante
And banda or something.
Banda. Con banda.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amorcito Corazón es.
Put on Historia de Amor. I think that's the one that I heard.
Historia de Amor.
Yeah.
I don't see it here.
Honest. Or one that you know.
Amorcito Corazón.
Ponla. See, that sounds like right now La Banda Limón. Like it sounds very new. And I get copyrighted.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get copyrighted. When we get to the voice.
See? That sounds like a fucking...
Oh, I know what you mean. I think it works essentially. It's just that it sounds too new to have the banda.
It's a remix? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, like they're adding his voice after the fact. Yeah. So, like, what's cool about just regional Mexican music is you can play it in anything. Like, it's like I feel like any arreglo is like interchangeable. Like, todas las canciones de mariachi you can play with the banda. Todo lo que tocan de banda we can play de mariachi.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people do that. I think Antonio Aguilar does it. Like, he does an album con mariachi and then like the same songs con banda. And then Jose Alfredo has it. Jose Alfredo has an album con Buena Recodo.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean,
But I think Pedro Infante had one of those voices that like sounds a little bit...
like you need something
how it was very operatic or whatever?
You need something more mellow in the background.
Yeah, como que no le pega mucho a la banda.
Yeah, but it's there. I mean, I guess people were like, let's go.
Somebody obviously wanted this, and that's why it was created, so that's why they're going in on it, It ain't bad, it ain't bad.
Yeah, but where are we talking about this? Oh, Javier Solis was he's the one that has like
the kind of voice that could fit like different genres and stuff.
Yeah, because he does a ton of albums where like it's orchestra.
Well, that's what I mean. Like
opera.
when I listen to those albums, like así como que son bien musicales with the orchestra and everything, like it feels like I'm listening to like Frank Sinatra, who started popping off, like later on down the line, and his music is timeless too. Like you could listen to anything that he recorded, and it's like something that still hits today.
Yeah,
and again, like I feel like if he would have stuck around longer, he would have continued going that way. It's like they say with Selena. Like Selena, her whole thing was Tejano, and she was about to break into the music business, like into the American side with English and stuff. That's why she started recording like, I could fall in love with you. So like that was about to like hit, and it became a popular thing. But then she died. So then like we never got to see that side of her. A lot of people say that she would have fallen off because Tejano fell off.
We'll never know.
So I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I guess we'll never know. Like you'd have to go back in time and somehow fix his. What do you have? Liver too? Wasn't it like a liver? No,
I think it was gallbladder.
Gallbladder. So you'd have to go in there and save his life somehow, and then let him live another 40 years and see
what happens.
Yeah,
it's like World War III.
He would have been on the cover of like magazines, I just feel like he was that type, I feel like he would have been a big star, because I think too, like he was one of the ones that started popping off, and he was like on the younger side, he was handsome, like he had it all, so he could have been like really taken off.
Maybe Vicente wouldn't have taken off as much, because he would overshadow other artists.
Sure. I mean Vicente then started making the movies.
Maybe he got assassinated, bro.
Oh, you haven't heard the theory about Pedro Infante, the one that según they said that he didn't really die. That
he was messing with someone's wife. Like the narco, no? And that's why like, he had to go.
He faked his death, and that he was living. I saw one or something like that he would go to this restaurant. It was on TikTok somewhere, but it was like...
No, I saw a video. He does sound a little similar.
Yeah. There was a guy that everybody knew him in the town. They said que he might be Pedro or something like that because así como él actúa, his whole family, like lineage, says that según it is Pedro Infante. But I don't know. There's I do think there's conspiracies I think everything we are led to believe, like from the media and stuff like that, is because like that's what they want us to believe. So like that's why it's put out.
We're not that podcast, bro. Like,
no, I'm like, you don't know anything. You just see me pull out like
pull out your fucking laptop.
See me pull out like a red hat.
Let me show you. There's what is it? Sean, Shaw, the conspiracy guy.
Shaw
or Shane? ¿Cómo se llama?
Oh, Shane Dawson.
Is that what it's called? I haven't seen that guy in a long time.
Yeah,
but I remember used to watch his videos like in the truck.
The conspiracy
where
ones.
he's just like, no mames.
That sounds like us. We're like, oh my god.
Yeah. This whole time, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. No, it's just I definitely think that. Like I feel like there's a lot of things we don't know, and like I forget I had seen this show. And I don't know if one day it will be real, but I like to think like that. But like when you go to heaven, if you go to heaven, you can watch your life back on playback, any memory.
That'd be bad. Fuck. I would hate that.
So like your life is like on a
bro.
DVD, and it has like the different scenes, and you can go to like different time periods. That'd be crazy. You just look at your life from like a third person perspective.
I'd throw it away, bro. Like.
I know for sure there'd be like cringe moments. Yeah, and there'd just be moments that I don't want.
Oh, there's a meme about it, where it's like what if like you could play like there was a book where you could like read your life, right? And it's like es una foto de un gatito. Like on the book, it's like ese día sí me mamé,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I definitely want to go back and look at some stuff, but there's some things like. I would go back to look at it for like the shits and giggles. It's like, no mames, a mi pendejo. What were you doing?
Yeah. ¿Qué sigue?
Another person said Jose Alfredo. I think people just say Jose Alfredo because the reason that he like was able to put out like all these crazy like songs were because like his life must have been wild, bro. Like everything that he talked about had to be real. I don't think he was making that shit up. Like.
Well, I'm sure it's like metaphorically too.
You think?
Because if you listen to like Canta, that's another name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because you would think it's about like his like a girl, but it's about his daughter que tenía cáncer and she was like dying.
Damn, man, we need to talk to an expert, bro.
I'm telling you right now.
No, just you're not a reliable source, bro.
That's true.
This person said Ruben Fuentes. Imagine the stories from Negrete Infante to the current generation of Vargas. That's true. Like he passed away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he passed, I mean, he saw everything, up until the current times.
Well, he said Pedro was kind of boring.
Really?
Well, I didn't say that, but like
he was like mid.
Because he was to one of his interviews. He says like, no, well, Pedro, like he was a good singer and he was a good actor. He was good at pretending he was drunk because he never drank.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he was like, meanwhile, I'm over here doing the real thing. Like that's what he said. Like,
yeah.
He's like he could pretend to be drunk, like, but I was drunk for real. Like,
like I lived it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually there. I was doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
Chingon. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot that I would probably go back and do, if I could, and meet all these guys, because I mean, I know for sure, all the guys that recorded all these songs and whatever, they were probably they were making a living, they were recording to make a buck and have a career and everything, and I don't think any of them knew how long or how much of a legacy they were building. I feel like a lot of people,
well, they would have tried harder, I think, like because it is funny how those recordings are like all one take, right? It's not like nowadays, like you fuck up como
sí, yeah.
So like when you hear like sometimes like a bass wouldn't come in or like something will like fuck up. I can see them like in the better part, like keep it going, fuck it, we'll do it live.
I mean, but también, like, how many takes did it take?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like to them it was a check too. They were just kind of like, well, I mean, pero salió, no? Like
yeah.
And
And that's what I mean. Like with all those recordings that they did, I mean, I don't think they understood really how.
I don't think they, because they were looked down on too, in those times.
Because I mean, I feel like anything that you do, like sometimes you don't realize the significance of it until like, Big Eye, it could hit, next year, like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and what kind of legacy you leave behind, like for generations. I know for sure, like all of these songs, like they didn't know they would be playing at, like maybe on stage where mariachis are now, because like they were probably looking at all the mariachis that were recording for them, like these are like the studio musicians, because a lot of it is like that. Like they go in as the big artist, like they go in and they record their songs or whatever. These are the studio musicians or whatever. And now, mariachi has become this big thing where like now we'll have conferences, we'll have, mariachis releasing their own albums, singing their own songs, even though they're covers of like a lot of these songs that these guys recorded.
Yeah.
But like, they're like, oh, those studio musicians, like they became like well known around the world. Like mariachi is like a whole thing. I wonder if like that is maybe something that they didn't think about. Like they thought maybe those songs would stay in that época, and like here we are playing, right now we're playing El Son del Tecalitleco, and we're playing, these sones, these super old sones that were recorded like, in the early 1900s, and they're still like around, 100 years later. We don't know that,
Well, I don't think it was that deep for them, They're probably just kind of like.
Well, yeah, they died.
They got what?
They died, and they didn't get to see the legacy that.
Well, some of them are still here.
Who?
Mario Santiago. Pato?
God damn, fool! I'm talking about these freaking big artists like Pedro Infante, Jorge Negrete.
Oh,
like
I thought you were talking about like the guys in the back.
No, I'm saying these guys. No me entiendes. Like Pedro Infante, like Vicente Fernandez. Oh, Vicente got to live in this época, so he saw it all. But like, think about all these other guys that we mentioned, like Jose Alfredo, like. Who wrote thousands of songs or whatever, and like all of those are being played every day.
I feel like Jose, they have, because everybody sang his songs. Pedro Infante sang his songs.
No, see, they sang them, but
like he had like an idea of like, damn, I did something.
I mean, we got people wearing goggles now, the Vision Pros. Like this is a completely different era of time. And still we're playing these songs that they wrote in a bar. Or songs that someone wrote, someone wrote and they sang and recorded, and we're still playing them at these locations, and people are still asking for them. They're still relevant today, is what I'm saying. Like it's crazy. You wouldn't think. That's it. I'm gonna go into Charro Chat. Charro Chat. You guys sent some questions. If you didn't gig. What would you still own as many instruments as you do?
That's for you, bro. Only have
you
one.
Have 2, 3.
3.
You have the vihuela.
That's a separate category. So I have 2 guitarrones, 1 vihuela.
So essentially what he's saying is, if you didn't gig, would you still own as many instruments? So if tomorrow you gave up mariachi, would you sell all your instruments? People do that.
No, because I still like to practice.
Okay,
I'll still pick it up.
Yeah. That's my same answer.
Would you keep your 6 vihuelas, bro?
Yeah. Why would I get rid of them? Because a lot of people, I've bought a lot of vihuelas or instruments from people that are like, sí, es que ya no toco y ahí nomás se queda la vihuela, and ya no la quiero. And like, I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, how do you feel about your kids? Like, you're just like, my kid is like, nah, pues ya no juego con él. Ya no. Si quieres te lo doy. Llévatelo.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, for me, like my instruments, I have them. I gig, but like I don't gig on golpe, or I don't gig on every single vihuela every second of the time. But I have them here. Same thing with my guitar, my electric guitar. Like they're all here because I want them. Like I want to play them at some point, or even if I wasn't gigging, I just want to play. I want to have good instruments.
That's fair.
So I mean, if I like the instrument, why get rid of it? The only reason I would get rid of it if I'd have to be like struggling to be like, vihuela, alguien llévaselo por favor. I need 1,500, like and it's.
I think I'll sell my suits first.
Suits.
Yeah. Or like la botonadora.
I don't want to smell that.
I clean my suits. What do you mean?
I don't want to. It's gonna have your stank on them. Actually, that's why I would buy them.
What?
Con
los caballos.
This person says, "Who's the dream person to have on the podcast?" That's a good question.
We don't need anyone. Okay, we have ourselves. No.
No, I like to have someone like big on here, especially because I still want to have an episode where we can talk to someone on the other side, like where they're on the couch. I have a little bit of a casting couch in here, not for that reason. It's just like in the back, and that's where the guest would go if they were here. But who would you want to be sitting like across from, and I guess talking to? It's a good question. I don't think I've ever thought of like a dream person, like someone who would like tomorrow just be like, yeah, get on the pod.
Probably like choose, man.
Have you asked him?
I'm sorry, bro.
We have his number, but Victor has his number, so he gave it to you, bro, Mr. Bitches.
Don't say that. Don't say that on here. They're gonna think I'm bad. Why is she bad?
So I'm wrong. No. But yeah, we have his number. We just gotta talk to him.
Yeah. I'll call him.
Ozzy?
See what?
Who would I want to have on here? You know, it'd be a good one actually. Yeah, Carlos Martinez would be cool.
Sam?
Yeah, just talk to him, just to be like, hey.
We'll hit him up. He's so nice.
No. He has a Facebook, but he doesn't use it. I don't think he uses it that often. Or at least he hasn't read my message. That's the hardest thing about this podcast. Like
it takes every morning, like, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, like I would love to have, all these people on here, but it's like, will they reply? It's like the whole world's hardest game. Like, will they reply? And if they reply, then yeah, we'll have anybody on here. But yeah, I think Carlos, because I mean he's been part of the two biggest groups in the world, and he's leading the top one right now, and just to kind of see where his head's at, and just to kind of poke his brain a little bit, it'd be kind of cool.
That's cool.
What hypes you up during a gig? People dancing, people singing, people offering you drinks? ?
Yeah.
All the above. No,
I think I'm into drinking. It's always gonna hype you up. At least for me, porque you loosen up.
Right.
I think one for me would be like the rep that they ask. Like there's people that have like really good rep, they'll be like, let's say something from Jose Alfredo that's like that I'm like, that's a good song,
Right.
For me,
that's true.
That's
true. Because like for me, when they ask for good music, that it's not like, I mean, there's always gonna be the standards, but if they ask stuff out of the ordinary, or like at the very least they're reacting,
or something that you're like, damn, I didn't think like someone else like listened to it.
Yeah,
if they were like mariachis,
Oh, that'll make me just like be like, oh, you're cool, bro. Like,
give me your number, bro.
Yeah, give me your number. Like, we gotta talk. But no, just like that. Yeah, like I like when people react to the music. Like, I think my favorite gigs are like when you get there, like they're clapping after the songs, because I don't really care about the drinking part. I don't care about like if they give us food, chingon, and drinks, like chingon. But if as long as they give us access to water, or like, and they're like happy for us to be there, and they're clapping along, they're paying attention to you, that's all I could really ask for. Like, but after that, there's really nothing else. Y'all had to show aliens one gem representing mariachi. What is it? Live performance / recording. So if you had to show aliens something to like represent mariachi, what would you
like? So like a video, YouTube video?
Yeah, I think it says like recording or live performance. Yeah, live performance or recording. It's a good question. Fuck, I'm not prepared for this. They're always like things that like you really got to think about. Like shit.
I guess off the top of my head, probably like Mariachi Vargas and Japón.
I fucking love those videos. Because
I already took it, bro. Pick another one.
I like those videos because like Japanese people are fucking hype for them. They're just like, and they're playing cool shit. If I had to show aliens, first of all, I'd be like, "What up?" You guys are new. I know you're new to this and all. I'd probably give them a drink first, just to kind of like lube them up a little bit. Not like that. I meant like.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, so they get kind of hype.
Fuck them.
Like,
No,
no, just give them some tequila and just be like, look, drink this, and they're like, a la pirga. They're like, they're just like,
they're like, si quema.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, just get them kind of loose a little bit. Just give them some tequila. We'll probably hang out a little bit, and then I would just put like this album right here.
No, we said a video.
Yeah. No, it said live performance / recording.
Oh.
Yeah. I would just play, and I would put it like on shuffle. I'd make sure I had good speakers, too. And I would just say, look, I just kind of like hype him up big time. I just be like, look, this dude, he wrote his whole life, thousands of songs, and they'd be like, and I'd be like, yeah, man, it's crazy. And then I just play the whole album, like top to bottom, all the way through. And then, like, on the songs that I really like, I would sing. And be like, no, you guys sing with me. Like, dun, 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 and then I'll give them the lyrics, and we'll just kind of, like, sing together, And as we're listening, I would give them more drinks. So that by the time we hit, like, the last track, they're just fucking... They're like... they're just, like, really into it,
They're like, night.
Yeah. Yeah, and then after that, we just, like, I don't know. Kind of like me and Jose Alfredo, we just go get some tacos and sit on on the curbside and just enjoy the night.
Watch the sunrise.
Yeah, bro.
Because by the time, yeah.
Then they broke my ass. Yeah.
They're like, search his booty hole, bro.
Thanks for showing us a good time, but like, they just start like fucking.
Like, ¿qué venimos?
¿Qué venimos? Chingón. What was y'all's worst parking experience at a gig? Just like we can't. I hate playing like downtown anywhere. Anytime we've gone downtown, first of all, if it's like because I don't know which streets are one way. Sometimes I've gone the wrong way on one ways before. It's just scary, bro. Having to bust a bitch right there, and just try to find something. And then I just don't like being worried about like, oh, I hope my car is here by the time I come back. That's the only thing. But I think that's it. Like, definitely parking like in downtown areas.
Yeah, for me too. It's just a hassle.
Hell yeah, bro.
You gotta pay for parking and shit.
And you come back and you got fined. Then you got towed.
Well, that was
at an apartment.
An apartment.
But like
that's the girl's fault. Because she's supposed to send us like the link where you register your car, and you're like, I have a friend in this apartment, so like don't tow my car.
And it wasn't just you, right? Like,
well, I was there first, so they told me first. But the Aldo was gonna be next, I think.
Oh, yeah. But nobody else got towed. Like you were the only one. Fuck, that sucks, bro.
Yeah,
that sucks because that happened to me too. Like I had gone out to like play, and me pagaron, and I used that pay on the tow. It sucked, bro. Like it was in Austin, fucking Austin. And then I went to go get my car. Like, I had given a ride. No. She gave me a ride. We were playing in this group together. And she told me, this is my friend Elsa. Shout out to her. She's a lawyer now, which is crazy. We played in this group together. And she told me, this is the visitor parking. So I was like, oh, okay. So I parked there. And then I went to her apartment. And then we went together to the gig. So then, like, when we finished the gig, we came back together. And we're pulling up to the parking lot. She's like, where'd you park? And I was like, right here, where you told me, like in the visitor parking. She's like, no, like this side is visitor parking. I was like, no. So then I looked over here, and yeah, sure enough, my car was gone. So like we were having like a good conversation leading up to that. We were just like chilling, and then like it had to go from like that to like, hey, can you take me to the tow yard? So she took me all the way to the tow yard. Like that same pay, I was in my traje. That same pay that I made that night, like
yeah, me too.
Used it on the toe. Yeah,
at the pound. It's just like, hey, Carla, come look at this. I'm like, chinga madre.
And then you're over here like paying, and it's like,
yeah, like una canción.
I don't want to do this. Yeah, you're like, shut up.
Yeah, that was me. Bro.
It was horrible, man.
Yeah.
This person's a lot of questions. This person says, favorite mariachi style to play? Polkas, boleros, sones. Sones are the best.
We're harmonia players.
Good answer.
You already knew that.
Yeah, I mean, it's chun, chugga, just so I can fuck that shit up,
Yeah.
Who or where did you get your playing style from, and who was your inspiration in school?
Oh yeah. Well, looking back, a lot of when I listened to old Sol de Mexico and Vargas, that's where I'm like, oh, that's where I got it from. Because like in my head, I'm listening to the song and I'm like, I'll probably do this, and then like the bass line does it. I'm like, oh, that's where I got it from. Because I can't be like, oh, me copiaron. Like,
what the hell?
Yeah, because back in the day, like WG gave me like a whole bunch of Vargas and Sol de Mexico and Camperos.
Yeah,
and I guess that's where I got it from.
Right.
So yeah,
I think for me, like if I'm talking about school, I think all of us were inspired by Pepe at the time because like, he was the only one that would like le echaba ganas. You know? So he had a certain sound, and I remember like just being like, damn, like Pepe, like you play good. So like I wanted to play good, especially because Pepe was always going up to sing. So if they left me as vihuela, like I had to play like at the same standard. Like in my head, I was like, I have to play at the same standard, you know. So I always like wanted to play así macizo, like with like him.
Okay.
And then, but after that, my style did change a little bit when I went to like later when I started getting like my own sound, getting different vihuelas too, you know. And now like when I like to think like when I'm playing, I like to think of Tony, and I like to think of Tony from back when he was in Soul and like now, and then ¿cómo se llama? Roberto Hernandez from Nuevo. I feel like I have a mix of them. Like, not that I play as good as them, but I mean like I like
You're influenced by
my sound. I want to sound like Tony, right? And I want to sound like the way that I like the way that he sounds because he uses a lot of fingers. Like it's never just the pick. Like you can physically like hear him like floreando like his fingers in a son or like in a wapango. You can feel that it's not just picking or whatever. Like you feel that like you can
sounds thicker.
Yeah, you can hear like every note in that chord when he plays, and that's what I love. And he can add agility to everything that he plays, and it sounds solid. And like, yeah, I love the way he plays. He makes it so like musical, even though it's just an armonía part. And then on the other side, it's like Roberto, who plays like very much kind of the same, but it's bien macizo when he plays like when his his section, like in his section, it's him. It's him that's freaking leading that section. So like in my way where like I want to lead a section, I always think of Roberto. Like it's always been Roberto. So my inspiration comes.
Yeah, bésense, bro. Yeah.
Los quiero un chingo, güey. Shout out to both those guys. What do you do? What do you need to do to start your own mariachi?
You're asking the wrong guy. At least for me, I don't know.
I feel like you need a good basis of musicians. I think you got to know where you're at too. Like you can't start a mariachi and think you're gonna play like freaking Vargas. Like what's your goal here? Go out, do good performances, make some good money, or like are you trying to be a performance group? Like you got to really think about that because like if you go into it thinking like like, we're gonna play like chingonas arreglos, but then like you don't have the musicians to do it, like I'm sorry, you're not gonna sound like them. But if you want to go out, you want to make people's day, go out to performances and put on a show like that, then let that be it. But you got to have good musicians. You got to have 2 phones, one for the clients and one for the wife, like Arturo. And that's it. And just stand by your work. That's what I would assume.
Good job, Sammy. Muy bueno.
Do y'all sing any songs solitos or do y'all do puro coro?
Puro coro, baby.
Shut the fuck up.
We
don't do coros.
Pura quinta.
I was just telling my sister that like I don't. It sucks because like I wish I could and help out everybody, but at the same time it's like I know that like I carry I what's the word? I fill my position? No. What's the word? I hold down my position. I think you do too. You hold down your position in the way that you play. That makes sense? Like, Arturo usually doesn't have to like worry about us. As opposed to like sometimes when he brings a violin player or like a trumpet player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he doesn't have to worry about us because like we can figure out a song. You can't say that about other vihuela players that come out sometimes or like other bass players that have come out.
Ooh, we're talking shit.
No, bitch. I'm just saying like
¿Sabes quién me caga, güey? No, yeah.
Like, he could be like, you know, échense esta, and then it's like, ¿cómo va? No, pues, he knows that we can figure it out. And, like, I hold down my position in that way. You do too with bass. So, like, because we are able to work like that, you know, nos ayuda. So whenever we're not doing coros and stuff like that, because at least he doesn't have to deal with this side of the work.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Mm-hmm. Bonita excusa. Right.
I hate you.
I don't know, bro.
No, but yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what helps us out. Like that we at least do that.
We're busy with Korean shit.
With Korean shit, yeah. This is a long episode.
See what?
We need to get the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, you guys be safe. Have a good day tomorrow.
Just like that, just
se bañan, hagan su tarea, comen sus vegetales y sus frutas y la carne y los huevos.
I think it's crazy that they made us think that we need milk or something like that. The milking industry.
Yeah.
Because we don't. It's for cows. And we just drink it.
It's not bad for you, though. I mean,
it's not bad for you.
It does have like a good.
I mean, it does make people shit uncontrollably.
Oh, that's the lactose intolerant.
What is it?
Which they shouldn't be drinking it. And they're the ones that drink it. Like,
it's good.
Yeah, but I mean, si no te hace daño, you know. Yeah. But yeah, you guys have a good rest of your week whenever you watch this. When did this come out? Wednesday?
Probably Wednesday, yeah.
Se portan bien. Let us know how we do. Like, share, subscribe. Share with your friends. Share with your parents. Send us to your mom.
Yeah, send us to your mom.
A ver si le gusta.
Send us their numbers. So we talk to them. Promote with the ladies.
Ya me manda los de las mamás, a mí los de los papás, you know.
No, but yeah, we'll see you guys probably next week. So make sure that you guys listen to this episode.
Oh, your mom listens to this. Fuck.
Yeah, she does, yeah.
Una disculpa.
La madre.
Una disculpa. Doña Angélica. Disculpe. Era broma.
But we'll see you guys next week. Y'all take it easy and ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Zara's mom listens to this too.
Shut up. Oh.
Bye. Doña Noema, disculpe, es que es broma, es para que se rían.